Start before you feel ready. A mentorship approach to action. There is a particular kind of waiting, not lazy waiting, not passive waiting, but the kind that feels almost responsible. I'm getting ready. I just need a bit more time. I've seen that waiting across 3 decades. In Kigali, Addis, Toronto, in boardrooms and in community halls, as well as in kitchens. And here is what I know without exception. Readiness is not precondition, it is a consequence. My name is Aramayo. You can call me Alex. I'm the founder of Sankofa Afri-Canadian Mentorship Plus Hub. This is Sankofa Speaks, from aspiration to action, where we learn not by waiting to feel ready, but by learning to move. Here is what they do not tell you about confidence. It is not found before you begin. It is built by beginning. 3 decades of mentorship practice confirm what research shows. Competence follows action, not the other way around. Albert Bandura called it self-efficacy. Your belief in your own ability grows every time you attempt something hard and survive it. Fear is not a signal that you are incapable. It is proof that something meaningful is at stake. But fear left unconfronted becomes a story. I'm not ready, not yet, not enough. That story does not protect you, it contains you. In my work from the microfinance programs in West Africa to entrepreneurship hubs in southern eastern part, to employment readiness and digital skills with newcomer youth in Toronto, the pattern repeats across every sector, every continent. I call it the minimum viable step. Not the full plan, not the perfect strategy, the smallest action that produces real information. An entrepreneur does not need a business plan to test a product. A young job seeker does not need a perfect CV to have one informal conversation. A community leader does not need a title to put a good idea forward. Action is not just movement, it's feedback, it is data. I think of a young professional in Kigali, very much talented, prepared, motivated, but frozen, waiting 2 years for conditions certain enough to begin. We did not talk about this plan. We talked about humility, the willingness to learn from an imperfect first step. We talked about listening to what the world was already telling him. One question: what is the smallest step you could take this week? He took it. Then another. Then another. In 6 months, he had moved further than 2 years of waiting had allowed. Before this episode ends, here is your practice. Write down the one thing you have been delaying, the one. Besides it, write 3 words: minimum, viable, step. What is the smallest action in the next 48 hours that gives you real information? Not certainty, not success, information. Do that. Then come back for episode 3. Because next time we talk about what happens when the step does not go as planned, and why that moment is often where real growth begins. This is Sankofa Speaks, from aspiration to action. Brought to you by Sankofa Afri-Canadian Mentorship Plus App. We do not need to be ready to begin. You need to begin to become ready. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you.